Hello, captains. We are fighting the threat. So I've already deployed here, and we have in the fleet in total. You have 4 Grendels, 4 Nubis, 4 onslaughts with I guess the onslaught Mark 1, and then a bunch of support ships. Uh, we also have 5 omens. So we're deploying 3 Anubis, 2 Grendels, and 4, maybe 5 omens. The idea behind the omens and Grendels is that they will distract hopefully enemy threat ships. Uh, as we can see here, they're already drawing a lot of the skirmishers and one overseer so far away from the center formation. And we're also fighting 4 fabricators. We're fighting 2 second strike groups together. The Grendels are built like this this fellow captain. He's the one that opened my eyes to the Grendel. I thought the Grendel was such an ugly, useless dog crap ship. I hated the loadout of it. All ballistics on a phase ship? Like, what the heck? But he opened my eyes. Hypervelocity Grendel is cracked. Although I messed up this build a bit. I didn't use phase anchor. I used adaptive phase coils. Because of the way that I was using these earlier, but I will be redesigning them in the future. The omens are built like monitors. Here's the build for the omens. Very interesting. They work though. They're really good at just distracting the enemies, pulling them away, dealing a little bit of damage here and there, fluxing out enemies and whatnot. The Anubis are built like normal Anubis, except I put heavy maulers. I found that the armor rating on a lot of threat ships sometimes qualifies for maulers over heavy velocity cannons. Or hyper velocity cannons, my bad. And then, of course, the onslaught. Did someone say, oops, all thumpers? Again, we'll show why this works the way it does. Nicely in this... Oh, we do have a wall class. So I like to hit harass. So just to get them away from my center formation. Because having to fight wall classes along with the fabricator just drains your armor and health, as well as causes you to heavily overflux. Another thing that you saw with the Thumpers there is that they are amazing anti-fragment weapons. They just do such a good job of destroying enemy fragments. Like, they can almost defend themselves, although I found that it's still very useful to have the Anubis nearby to provide extra point defense. We finally made it to the fabricators, so yeah, as advertised, we have 4 of them. So the idea is to get them overfluxed and then hit them with the breaches. Because we want those thumpers to start doing as much damage as possible. Look at that fabricator just melt there. Holy crap. And boom, that one's already down to the count. I usually like to vent, but we're gonna wait a second to kill one more. But look at these fabricators just absolutely start to melt. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, this one hurt. Yep, that hurt. Now, the Onslaught Mark 1 can kind of do stuff by itself, but the other Onslaughts need to work together, I found. That's not good. Once again. The Thumpers shred. And just like that, almost all the fabricators are dead. Now the heavy needler is there because you just need to get the shields down. The thumpers just really like to get the shields down, and so you can also hit them with those breach SRMs. And boom, that's all 4 fabricators down to the counter. And I barely had time to talk about the build at all. And these smaller ships, the skirmishers, the assault units, they don't have a lot of armor. The ships that have armor are the walls. Oh, great. That's not good. Right before he died, that fabricator unit died. He decided to spawn in assault units. Oh, and the overseer got it to proc. This is not good. I might die here. Now, the only thing that I'm missing from this build that could definitely make it better is putting on Shrouded Mantle with the Hungering Rift weapons, because it is very goofy when you get an onslaught that can just heal itself back to full health. Here are the captain skills that I really like to use with this build. These captain skills are really decent. A lot of them are just to assist the overall fleet rather than, you know, make my onslaught really OP, and to help the other ships in the fleet. But it's a good build. It definitely makes these fights easier. I was doing a bad job of ordering my ships. We're just gonna switch to full assault, because who cares? The fight's over. We did lose a Grendel. You will lose the Grendels a lot, and that's why also Phase Anchor is really good. For some reason, the Grendels just love to kill themselves. Although the point of the Grendels and the Omens is not to survive, it's simply just to distract as many ships as possible from the Fabricator formation to allow the onslaughts an easier time getting into the formation. Although these Omens are just, look at them, they're just eating shield hardpoints, because they have, you can see there that damage resistance right there. The shield damage resistance is amazing, because S-modding frontal shields along with hardened shields gives you 30% damage reduction, and then skills of captains reduces that so much further. So these Omens almost act like monitors. And in fact, I used to use monitors instead of Omens, but just the Omens having the extra sensors and PCM and ECM just makes them so effective as a frigate. And along with this skill, because that skill gives you this 20% coordinated maneuvers, so your onslaughts go super quick. Look at that, I'm at 88 speed. And with the 3 skills as captain, makes this onslaught super maneuverable despite it having heavy armor. Although, of course, the auxiliary thrusters help. Although, once I probably get Shrouded Mantlet, I'm probably going to remove auxiliary thrusters, because that extra mobility probably isn't as useful as the Shrouded Mantle. But, yeah, look at that there. 4 fabricators. I have beaten a 7 fabricator fleet once with this. Yeah. The build, let's quickly get some loot. Really nice thing about threat fleets is look how much supplies they drop. You can subsist in the abyss on just killing threat units. Although eventually you'll build up and you'll lose enough crew. But something I recommend doing if you're running Nexerland mod is to put an outpost in Limbo, because this will allow you to occasionally go back and resupply. So thanks for watching. That was the showcase of the Thumper Thumper slot, something like that. Give me some names in the comment of what I should name this build. The Thumper onslaught build. I think it'd be funny to combine the names of Thumper and onslaught, like Rar did in his one of his videos, where he named the enforcer with 5 thumpers the Thumper. That'd be funny. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.